So I'm recording this in Arizona, just north of Sedona, actually. Yeah, go on in. I'm sitting here with my camera, and my kids are enjoying some good time in the water, the creek, with a donut and everything like that. And what really came on my mind is something I heard another parent say in a group that I'm part of. And it's not the first time I've heard it in my journey with kids who are different. And honestly, like, I've been there myself. And Kate is now splashing Eric. Make sure you listen to him, Kate. If he says to stop, okay? You say stop. Recording this and I'm still parenting. Yeah, that's kind of how I roll, guys. Go on in. Do it. There you go. Look at you. Oh, they're just loving it in the water. It is just so special to them. So what was on my mind is this idea of things will be better when. Things will be better when my kids are 5 or 6, and it'll just get easier. And I definitely feel like there's lots to this dynamics, and there's lots of nuances. So I kind of just want to put like a pause and a pin on that thought. Is, you know, like, I'm specifically speaking to my experience in raising kids who are different, who've had their challenges. So, you know, like, and I'm not saying that your experience isn't valid. You gonna go that way? Yes. There's Eric. So, again, I just kind of like want to just kind of pause and say, like, this is my experience, and I don't want to minimize yours or say your experience isn't valid or your feelings aren't valid, because they are. So, you know, and I really want to, like, put that in and to say, like, I see you and I see wherever it is you are at on your journey. It's really interesting for me to kind of try and articulate my thoughts. And again, like, I'm like I said, I'm still parenting. Yeah, I know. It's kind of funny, isn't it? And Kate, so the towels are in the green bag.
A green bag?
Yes. If you're cold, they're right here.
Right here.
Yeah, but I don't want to go back just yet. We just got here. There's the towels. Anyway, so again, it's this idea of things will be different when. Certainly for me, it was, oh my gosh, when, you know, like when Eric is, especially Eric, because you want to sit on my lap while I chat? Okay. Okay, guys, you're getting the me and Eric show right now. So this one right here was hard, very intense little one. 2 and 3 and 4, it was, you know, and it wasn't until he started to hit 5 that my life eased. It was just after the pandemic started when things started to shift. And I had many of those moments where I, you know, like, I was calling for God on the bathroom floor, right? Like, I was crying and I was overwhelmed, and I gave it all I got. And how could I possibly take the next step forward? I definitely had those moments and thoughts of, can I keep doing this? Like, it will just get better when he's 2, a year from now, 6 months from now. And there is truth to that. That's right, to that. There is truth to that. And I was there. So I see you.
Look at that.
I see you if you're in those really hard moments and you are just praying
What did it say?
and hoping for do not hit that button. I'm recording right now. See, it's at 5:06. I don't want to stop. And those moments when you are just praying for a little ease. So I see you, and like I said, I've been there. So what I'm speaking of is going to lightly touch on that experience, but I'm going to speak to just a wider lens, if you will. So in these cases, I've really heard this phrase, this hope and this dream of children normalizing. Especially with language. That's my experience with parents of late talking kids, especially because that's the journey I've been on for. Kate just turned 9, so that's been my journey for 6 years. Yeah, about 6 years is when it really kind of started to fruition. 6 years, that's my journey. 6? Can I not do math?
Yes.
No, I really can't do math. It's like 6 to 7 years, Eric. Don't hit my button, please. No, don't hit my button. No, don't hit my button. I don't want to stop the recording, please. Thank you. So, that's my experience, is what I'm saying. It was language.
Oh, wait, was that Kate?
Yeah, did Kate slip?
Did she slip?
Yeah, she's slipping in the water, but she caught herself. And there can be that I've seen, and you know, me too, I'm not excluding myself here, is this almost hope that, oh my gosh, in another year they'll be talking. In another year they'll be normalized and be like other kids. And that piece of it is what I'm speaking more to. It's more of the energy behind it. It's this almost fear. Yeah, fear feels really good. It's a fear of the differences. It's the fear and the worry and the anxiety about the future, which I understand. Like, I hear you. You're splashing? Splashing. This one right here, who's giving you this little language conversation, he didn't start talking until he was 5. We're still on that journey. And he's someone that I can't make talk. Honestly, I can't make Eric do a whole lot of things. You know, there are certain like boundaries that I can hold with him, right? Like we brush our teeth.
Brush your teeth?
Brush your teeth. We brush our teeth in the morning, at night. We wear clothes outside.
With the hair?
And we brush the hair too, yeah. So we do that. We don't, run in the street. We know to watch for cars. And then there's a whole lot where it is just, I need to give him his freedom. I do, because he is that kid. No, don't hit that button. Don't hit that button. So I have to allow him to be him as much as I can in this world of structures and rules. Yeah, structures and rules. It's what he needs to thrive. It's what he needs to be in his body and in himself. So, like I said, I'm trying to keep trains of thought here, which is challenging. And I get it. I get that fear. And I have witnessed and experienced, because I'm an imperfect parent. There is no such thing as a perfect parent. Actually, I kind of hope you guys can hear me. This is all tucked in there. We'll find out, won't we? I'll just tuck it up a bit. This is how we roll here. If you get caught up in that, you miss the moments. And this is what I believe. I believe that, especially when I'm speaking to children.
Let's 10 minutes.
It's almost 10 minutes, right?
Oh my God.
when I'm speaking of my belief of children who are unique and different, and honestly, you could,
10 minutes.
yeah, 10 minutes, you could truly extrapolate this to be any kind of child. Let's not, see if you move that, it's going to move my stand even more, and I bet that's really annoying to people. No, leave it alone.
But the kid is?
Go play with Kate. Who's playing with the kids? Are you just going to hang out with mommy? Hang out with mommy. Okay. See, train of thought. I believe that these kids, all kids, honestly, they came as they are. They came as they are for a reason. Eric, that's my button. You can, you're on my string. It's hitting my string. You guys, sorry. Okay, where's that string? Let's move my cord because it's getting caught on you moving. Okay. And maybe that will make it swing a little bit less. Okay. So I believe that these kids came as who they are. I believe they're perfect as they are. I believe that there is nothing wrong in who they are. There is nothing to fix, change, or solve, which, if you've been a parent of someone who is different, I'm sure that's probably more your experience and the reactions that you have or that you might feel from society around you. And maybe no one has said a word that direct that there's something wrong with your kid, and yet you can feel it. And you feel it in your gut that there is this silent judgment. My button. When I'm done, you can push it, but I'm not done yet. And I believe they're perfect. I believe their journey and their pace that they've deciding to develop and to grow, like this one right here, all I can do is support him and give him the circumstances and the situations that he can thrive, that he can be successful in. So places with lots of rules, not a successful thing. I don't know if you're kind of getting that vibe right now, how I'm both playing with him and I'm kind of holding some boundaries of like, no, this is mine. That's mine. That's mine. So if you're a parent and yet you're having this inherent, I'm just going to apologize for the shakiness of this phone, guys. Really, sorry. It is going to be what it is as I try and finish this conversation. Eric. Okay. Can I talk?
Yes.
Can you let me talk? No, my button. It's my button. No, thank you. No, thank you. Do you want to get off?
Yeah.
Are you going to sit off?
No.
Well, then can you leave that alone so I can talk? Bless you. Try and make this quick. So, this idea of my kids will get better when they're 5. They'll get better when they're 6. And if you look back and you're like, wow, like really look back on your life and your awareness. And be like, wait, have I been wishing that the whole time? That they would just get a year older? And this is the challenging part. Can you find joy in the moment? Like I'm kind of doing right now. Like I'm actually kind of annoyed because I was really excited to like share this information with you, and I'm like disjointed and all over the place in my thoughts because this one's doing his thing. I'm not resisting. This is actually a perfect example. I'm not in this moment because again, not perfect here. I am not resisting and getting mad at him for being him. I am accepting of it and accepting that this video is not going to look like the usual ones you see on Facebook. All professional and all that. Nope. This is just going to be us. This is us at the creek, and this is the kid hitting the button, getting tired. Right? Not resisting. Accepting. think he's gone. Well, you're not gone, but he got distracted by the kids. Okay. So, yes, what I'm really trying to say is don't miss it. Don't discount. Like, I get this desire to be like other people. Like, as human beings, we want to be liked. We want to be part of our tribe and our group. And it's hard, especially in this society, when you are different. I mean, I talked on time. I wasn't a late talking child myself, and yet I'm incredibly sensitive to the world, its energies, the emotions, and I wasn't aware of it until very recently. So I'm different. Totally just kind of like lost where I was going with that. Getting distracted again. So don't love who your kids are for who they are. And accept that maybe they're not meant to be normal. And can you be okay with that? Can you, in your heart, find this acceptance of, well, shit, this is the hand that was dealt to us, and I'm gonna roll with it as best as I can and still be human. I'm still human. Totally still human. I have my moments. And just, this is who they are. Don't look to the future for things to get better, or for your kids to be different, because the truth is, this is who they are. Like, this is my belief, who their soul chose to be. And not only that, is their soul chose you. And they chose you for a reason. That feels really powerful to me. And I think if you let yourself tap into that, you're going to feel that too. And yes, I see you, Eric. I'm watching. He's rock hopping right now across the creek. I'd flip it around, but I don't know if it'll work. And there's some other kids playing. So I don't have their permission to be on video by their parents, so I'm not going to do that. But it's this question of how we, as parents, can come to a place of acceptance. Acceptance of who our kids are. Acceptance of the moment instead of resisting. It's when we resist that we find ourselves in conflict, and there's this tension and frustration and anger. And it's when we're at peace that we are in alignment, that we can actually see and be in love. I see you. Look at you. So can you do that? For whoever your child is, for wherever they are on their journey, or maybe forever for who you are, like, can there be acceptance instead of this urge to push past, to be someone else, to be in a different place? Can we find a place of, this is where I am? Can I find gratitude? A tiny, tiny, tiny little bit of gratitude in a super hard, difficult moment. Can you do that? And I'm sharing this because this is what I have found has helped shift my energy and helped me move away from those places of bathroom floor moments on my knees crying to God, like, can you please give me some ease? This is too hard. And it's the tiny bits of gratitude that I can find that makes the difference. It's when I align myself more into love, truly, that makes a difference. When I can be present, not worrying about the future, anxiety about the future, fear of the past. It's this here now moment. Can I find something to hold on to? Can I find gratitude and peace and love for who my kids are, even as it can be really, really hard, especially in this world as it is. So that's kind of my I don't really want to use the word challenge, but that's maybe awakening. That's my call to awakening for you right now. Is can you shift? Can you just take this little quarter turn from that thought of wishing a year from now it'll be different and easier? Can you just kind of like shift just a smidgen? What can you be grateful for in this exact moment that you're in? And can you see the joy of who your kid is right at this moment? Hard moments included. I've done that one a few times, especially at like Disneyland when it was really challenging with Eric. How doing everything possible to make it easier for him, and yet we still have those moments of crying, meltdown, super frustrating, and yet it was like, okay, what was good from this moment? Oh wait, it took like 3 different times of seeing this ride that he wanted where he was triggered and it became super hard. And again, like having that allowance of where's the little successes? Where are the little joys? How can you just shift your focus ever so slightly? So that was my little share by a creek in Sedona, just north of Sedona, as we're camping. This is going to go up later after I get back and I actually have some good internet connection again. So you know what? If you like this message and it resonates to you in some way, please share. Please share it to anyone in your life. They could be parents, they could not be parents, they could be becoming parents, whatever. Like, so much of this is accepting, right, of the moment, accepting of who we are instead of fighting and resisting against it, and just letting it be. Letting it be. And if you want to join a community that I'm a part of.
Is it 22 minutes?
Yeah, I've been talking for 22 minutes. Yeah, imagine that. I have a Facebook group, Intuitive Parent Evolution. Please go on Facebook, check it out. I'd love to have you join us and just sharing my story, other parents' stories, and we're in it. We're doing this work. Healing, triumph, all of it. Like, we're doing it together. And those human moments. We have human moments too. But if you'd also like to work one-on-one, I do offer coaching. So send me a message and, let's see if we're a right fit for each other. But I would really love to support you if you are that parent and you've tried and you can't shift your mindset from that place of worry and fear and anxiety, and the world is pushing on you and you're just like, I can't even breathe to see the joy I have for my child, why you became a parent. Send me a message. I really want to help you. I want you to know that you are not alone. You will never be alone. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll chat with you soon. Bye.